Hey, Adia.
Hi.
Hi, difficult game. Just your thoughts about how you guys might have been able to handle it differently going in, or was it just Cal was up for it, or how would you
I know
describe
I thought Cal played really good. I thought they came out, they out hustled us for 50-50 balls. They came out just on fire. They continued to run the same play and isolate us, and I don't blame them because we couldn't guard it. Just stuff every single thing we went over, they did exactly. And I wouldn't have changed it either because they were killing us in it. Did not have an answer for the post. Let them out muscle us. I mean, Daniels had a phenomenal game today. Credit to her. I mean, she had 24 and 10, and her average is 11. But when I look at the stat sheet, an indication of a poor offensively played game is 5 assists, 21 field goals. I mean, if Aari wouldn't have been scoring and creating shots in her own, we wouldn't have won. I mean, Aari had to put us on our back. She had to play 36 minutes, which was not my intention going into the game. And I mean, it was just an atrocious game. In the post, they outplayed us and out rebounded us 28-9. That's not okay. So we have to get better. I mean, we played a really bad game. It's our worst game of the season. Credit to Cal because they made us do that. It wasn't like Cal did a very good job. I think they packed it in the paint. They played some box and one. They played some zone. They slowed us down with a 2-2-1 press. They played a really good game, and they pounded us on the boards. They were crashing hard. Their post players, 28 rebounds as a unit to our 9 is a lot. So we just didn't have an answer for them inside. So I'm very disappointed. Does not feel like we won. I was concerned for lack of focus, lack of intensity, very relaxed. I mean, we're not good enough to just overlook any team in the Pac-12 and just look at Stanford. It's not about that. So I don't care about winning. I care about us playing well and having momentum this type of year. We didn't do that. We took a step backwards today. So, 21 turnovers, it's just, or no, we had 6 turnovers. What is that? Oh, points off turnovers. So we had 6 turnovers. It felt like we had 20, but just not a good game.
Well, one of the keys late was Daniels. She went off in the third quarter. She made all 5 of her shots, but in the fourth quarter, she only took 1 shot. So what did you guys do adjustment-wise with her?
I mean, I don't think we did anything because we didn't do anything the whole game. Every adjustment I make, we couldn't do. So I think she probably just didn't look to score, because if she was more experienced, she should have taken the ball and driven it on us, because she would have probably scored 10 points that quarter. We just couldn't guard her. And the funny thing is, this went off, Adam. If anything, it wasn't only her at the 4 or 5. It was her at the 3, 4, and 5. So when she went to the 3, we couldn't guard her from the perimeter. When she went to the 4, we couldn't guard her at the 4. When she went to the 5, we couldn't guard her at the 5. We just couldn't guard her. And she murdered all of our 3, 4s, and 5s. So it was a great game for her.
Like you said, you made adjustments and they didn't. And we've heard this a few times way earlier in the season that that this was a thing that you were working on. At this point where, you have, 2 more games left and then you hit postseason. What do you do to sort of turn that around so that you can stay more consistent?
Yeah. So, and the thing is, we had been playing well. I mean, I think we're on a 7-game winning streak. I think that I'm not satisfied, though. It's not about winning to me. If we want to do something special, it's about the way we play and the way we perform. I think the disappointing thing about today is it's not about like the X's and O's, because we had a game plan. We didn't execute the game plan, which is uncharacteristic for us. They usually do a really good job of doing what we set out to do. But like the things that concern me are the 50-50 balls, the passion plays, the getting out hustled for rebounds, the boxing out. It does not take athleticism to box out. It does not take tremendous amount of skill. It takes effort, focus, and a mentality. And we didn't have that mentality. We were very soft, and that's not who we are. So that's concerning to me. I'm not concerned that we can't make a change, because we're going to make a change. We're going to practice tomorrow, and we're going to do it, because at least if we're tired, at least I'm working on things we need to do. But it's just the lack of maturity, I guess. The lack of maturity to come in and play the way that Arizona basketball plays, not about our opponent. So I think those are things we have to make adjustments in, which we can, and figuring out why we didn't have that focus. And just, that's the difference between good and great teams. The great teams go to kill people, and they stay consistent, and they peak at the right time. The good teams like us this is uncharted territory, aren't there yet. And also I do understand and recognize there's upsets all around the country. I recognize that it's very hard to play a team that hasn't won in the Pac-12 because they're hungry and they're playing with nothing to lose against number 10. So I recognize that, but we control how we play and our effort, and that wasn't there today. And so I'm not satisfied with that. But those are all controllable things that we will change. We will not do that on Monday.
Now with Stanford coming up, just your general thoughts about facing a team like that. It's a huge game because it could decide the Pac-12 regular season. What are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, big game. It's a big game. Need to step up. If we play the way we did today, we'll lose by 40. So definitely have to be more focused. I think, it's a lot easier to get up for playing, one of the best teams in the country, playing for a Pac-12 title, or playing for a position to be great. I think but when you become a really good, championship team, you don't overlook anybody. So you're able to separate and to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, like pound them. So I think that's the maturity level that we don't have yet, because I think it's a lot easier to be motivated for a Stanford. But can you be motivated? Can you not let the Washington States, win against you in overtime? Those kind of things, and that's what's disappointing. We were playing better basketball. We have been. I just think we took a little bit of a step backwards today. I'm very confident that we'll bounce back and play better on Monday, but it's not about that. I think it's just about fixing the things and our mentality today coming into the game. That's just a little bit of my concern.
Obviously, a difficult game. What was said in the locker room afterward to prepare yourself for a really tough matchup Monday?
Yeah, Coach Barnes just asking us, do we want to win? We can do something special on Monday, and just we gotta have a focus. We gotta have focus, and we have to be mature. And she just really challenged us to bounce back for Monday.
And then just talk about how you guys were, able to pull it out with your defense. They only made one field goal in the last, almost 10 minutes of the game. Can you talk about how your defense took over?
Yeah. First and foremost, credits to Cal. They did a really good job of isolating us, and they were scoring on the same play for almost 40 minutes. But we had to make the adjustments, and we just knew we had to take pride in our defense. They can't score on us. They keep isolating us, so something has to give. And I think we played better help side defense, and we were just more active and getting 50-50 balls.
Aari, you guys put them on the line 20 times. What was the difficulty you guys were having guarding them without fouling?
Yeah, like I said, Cal did a really good job. They were attacking us. They made a conscious effort to attack the basket a lot today, and they kept causing rotations in the first half. We just gotta get better at adjusting.